Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
Why are you smiling like that?
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Don we now our gay apparel.
Santa's coming to town!
Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.
Oh, my God!
Say, kids, what time is it?
It's that time of year.
Welcome to the 2017 edition of the Holiday Humor Blog, affectionately known as The Gong Show without a gong. This is Erwin Krasnow wishing you happy holidays. This is an especially good time to look back on 2017 and to toast in 2018 with New Year's resolutions. A New Year's resolution is something that goes in one year and out the other. Speaking of toast, here are some that you might use to usher in the new year. Here's to staying positive and testing negative. As you slide through the banisters of life, may the splinters never point the wrong way. May your troubles last only as long as your New Year's resolutions. Wise, kind, generous, sexy. But enough about me. Here's to you. Here's the final toast. To your very good health. May you live to be as old as your jokes.
Erwin, this is Roger Rapson calling from CMS Station Brokerage with a couple of jokes for your compendium of humor. A couple of music jokes. The first is about three people who die. They go to heaven, and they're in line waiting to meet with St. Peter, and he asks the first person, when you were on earth, what did you do? I was a medical doctor. Ah, you helped people to remain healthy so that they could go on to be productive members of society. Welcome to heaven. You entered through this golden gate. And you? Well, I was a teacher. Ah, you helped people expand their minds so that they also could be active participants in society. Welcome to heaven. You entered through this golden gate. And you? I was a musician. All right, you go around back, you take the freight elevator up, and you enter through the kitchen. The other story is about another person who dies, goes to heaven, and as he's approaching the pearly gates, he hears this loud, wild, crazy drumming music. And he says to St. Peter, is that Buddy Rich? No, it's God. He just thinks he's Buddy Rich. Best wishes for the holidays. See you later.
I'm Dick Wiley, and I am hoping today that I can make Erwin's Holiday Humor Blog great again. In that regard, I have two stories for you. The first involves a man who came home one evening to be met at the door by his irate wife, who immediately slapped him in the face. And the man said, "What was that for?" And the wife replied, "I found this note in the pocket of one of your suits marked Rosie." The man said, "Oh, Rosie, that's the name of a horse that I bet on at the races last week." And his wife was immediately apologetic, saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Please forgive me." And all was well in their marriage until the following week when the man came home once more, this time to be confronted by his wife who slugged him. And the man said, "Why in the world did you hit me?" And his wife replied, "Your horse just called." Let me wish everyone a very happy holiday season.
Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays to you. Hi, it's Bob Fox calling from the Pacific Palisades. Have a couple of jokes for you. So, this bum rings a doorbell and a lady answers and she says, "Yes, what is it?" He says, "Lady, I'm hungry. Do you have anything to eat?" And she says, "How would you like to have yesterday's soup?" And he says, "Yes, that'd be fine." She says, "Good, come back tomorrow." Here's another one for you. This is exercises for people over the age of 60, so you all should be interested. Begin by standing on a comfortable surface where you have plenty of room at each side. With a 5-pound potato bag in each hand, extend your arms straight out from your sides and hold them there as long as you can. Try to reach a full minute and then relax. Each day you'll find that you can hold this position for just a bit longer. After a couple of weeks, move up to 10-pound bags. Then try 50-pound potato bags. And eventually try to get where you can lift a 100-pound potato bag in each hand and hold your arms straight for more than a full minute. After you feel confident at that level, put a potato in each bag. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hello and happy holidays. It's Judge Michael Krasnow, Erwin Krasnow's son. So there are two foreigners from a land far, far away who arrive in the United States and are discussing the differences between their country and the U.S. One of them mentions that he's heard that people in the United States eat dogs, and if they're going to fit in, they better eat dogs as well. So they head to the nearest hot dog stand and order 2 dogs. The first guy unwraps his, looks at it, and nervously looks at his friend. Which part did you get?
Gene Loving at Max Media with a couple of things for Erwin's holiday humor. What do you call a rabbit with fleas? Bugs Bunny. This guy went in to have dinner at a diner, and he called the waiter over and said, "I can't eat this chicken. Call the manager." And the waiter said, "No use. He can't eat it either."
Hi, this is Gary Arlen from Arlen Communications in Bethesda, Maryland. Happy again to be part of Erwin's digital community and able to share some holiday happiness. My best wishes to everyone who has the pleasure of knowing Erwin Krasnow and appreciates what he does to bring a smile to this season. You know, I love to work and play with words, both professionally and personally. In this time when words have become such dangerous weapons sometimes, let's have some fun with words. For example, there's a figure of speech called the paraprosdokian, which means the first part of a sentence or a phrase sets you up, but the second part comes as a surprise or a bad pun. Here's some that I like. For example, where there's a will, I want to be in it. A will is a dead giveaway. And here's something that's useful. A clear conscience is usually the sign of a bad memory. And remember, to be sure you hit the target, shoot first and call whatever you hit the target. Always borrow money from a pessimist. He won't expect to get it back. On a personal level, I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. You know, a bus station is where a bus stops, and a train station is where a train stops. And on my desk, I have a work station. Now, on a personal level, again, remember that a boiled egg is hard to beat. And when you've seen one shopping center, you've seen them all. We never really grow up. We only learn how to behave in public. And, of course, as many of you understand the idea that to steal ideas from one person is plagiarism, but to steal from many is research. You know, in filling out an application where it says, in case of emergency, notify, I always fill in a doctor. Unfortunately, we found out this paradigm a lot lately. Behind every successful man is his woman. Behind the fall of every successful man is usually another woman. And finally, I'm supposed to respect my elders, but it's getting harder and harder to find one now. Well, thanks again, Erwin. Happy holidays to everybody. Here's to a safe, happy, merry, and joyous holiday season and a wonderful 2018 ahead for everyone. From Gary Arlen in Bethesda, Maryland.
Happy holidays, everyone. It's Bill Kennard. I have a couple for you. The first one is about 3 guys who served together in Vietnam. They become best buddies. They come back to the States. One of the guys becomes very, very sick. So he calls his 2 buddies together and he says, look, guys, you're the only people I trust in the world. And when I die, I want you to take all my money and put it in my casket. I want to be buried with my money. I don't want my ex-wives or my no-good kids to get a dime. So the sad day comes, and at the funeral, the first guy goes up to the casket. He pulls a big bag of cash and puts it into the casket. So the second guy comes up, and he lays an envelope in the casket, pays his last respects, and walks away. The first guy says to the second guy, hey, what about the cash? And he says, don't worry, he'll get it. I wrote him a check. And finally, this holiday season, I am so very thankful for many things really, but first and foremost to my wonderful wife, Deborah, of 34 years. I have to give Deborah all the credit for making our marriage work. And she does it in a very simple way. She insists that anytime we have a discussion or an argument, that I get the last words. And it's always the same 4 words that she insists I say. Sorry, honey, you're right. Happy holidays, everyone. See you next year. Bye.
Well, happy holidays to everyone, and you too, Erwin, from Raymond Sadie here in Houma, Louisiana, home of our good friend Boudreaux. Well, last week Boudreaux was 65 years old. He got his Medicare card, and he couldn't wait to run home and tell Marie, guess what? I answered all them questions that gal asked, but when she asked for my driver's license, I found out I left it there at home. I told her I'd go get it, but she said, never mind, Mr. Boo, just open your shirt. When I did, and she saw my gray hairs on my chest, she said, that's good enough for me, Mr. Boudreaux. Here's your card. What you think about that, Marie, huh? Without turning, Marie said, you should have dropped your pants. You'd have got disability, too. Boo called Trusclair, the dairy farm, and asked, you still got that old milk cow there in Trusclair? He said, yeah. Well, it's Marie's birthday, and she always wanted to take a milk bath, so can you send me some milk over here for that? But yeah, Boo, we'll do that. But wait, tell me, you want that milk pasteurized? No, just past the boobs would be enough. Well, Boo loved animals so much, he raised a little chick to a full-grown hen and took it everywhere on a leash. But last August, sidewalks were so hot, the hen kept hopping in distress. So Boo snuck in an alley, opened his pants, and stuffed the hen in there, then went to the picture show to cool off. But soon the hen started scratching and moving around and couldn't breathe, so Boo quietly unzipped his fly, and up popped the hen's head. Just then the woman sitting next to Boo said to her friend, that man's next to me exposing himself. Man, don't bother about that. Men who do that can't do nothing else. Yeah, but it's eating all my popcorn. Well, I hope you have a lot of popcorn strung on your Christmas tree, and you have a wonderful holiday, all of you. Thanks again, Erwin, for saving me a lot of money on envelopes, cards, and stamps with this freebie Christmas card. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
This is Erwin Krasnow again. Our time is up. We thank you for yours. Happy holidays to you and your family. May your joys be as deep as the ocean and your misfortunes be as light as its foam.
You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. Baby, you've got a friend in me. You got a pal in me. You've got a friend in me. You got your troubles, well, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. we stick together and see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. Darling, you've got a friend in me. Now some of the boys might be a little smarter than I am, or bigger and stronger too, maybe, but none of them is ever gonna love you the way I do. Oh, it's me and you, Lou, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's a destiny, 'cause you've got a friend in me. My baby, you've got a friend in me. Now some of the boys might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. None of them is ever gonna love you the way I do, 'cause it's me and you. And as the years go by, our love will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. Baby, you've got a friend in me. You, me, you and me. You got a friend in me. My darling, you got a friend in me.
You're still here?